Alright, what up gamers? Welcome back to another video of the Lost Ark Variety. I know it's not Tuesday, it's not Topical Tuesday, and we are on Reddit here, but I do think this is important. It's Lost Ark Player Survey. It's going to be running until Monday the 28th at 12 Pacific PM. You know the drill if you've been around here for a little bit. I highly suggest you do these surveys. I will put it in the description as well, the link to the survey. And I will be taking the survey here at the end of the video myself. But what I really wanted to talk about here was the how you say live stream that our good friend Golden River did. Golden Shower, as I like to call them. Basically, though, despite this being near unreadable, especially if I open the image in another tab, this makes it a bit better. So, some gigamind on Reddit typed this up. I don't know. But basically, these are the stream footnotes. I'm just going to be going over the things that I think are super important. I'm not going to try to spend 25 minutes talking about every single thing, because I definitely could, but I won't. I will spare you this one time, my friends. But basically, what do we got here? They got stats on Extreme Vaulting. Doesn't really matter. But about 69%, very nice number, of people that can enter the content entered it in the hard mode version of Extreme Vaulting. Yes, I know it's very weird. There's a hard and normal mode of Extreme Vaulting. And then 42% of players that could enter it entered it in normal. So it's a pretty good. Of the people that did enter, the clear rate's about 90% on both difficulties. The first clear times, slowest clear times, 44 hours. Okay, cool. But I think this is nice. Most amount of instance resets from single party, 507 on hard mode. Good lord, I hope that's not me. In the future, Extreme Vicus Vaultin, Extreme Vicus Clown, excuse me. But I don't think that's possible, and I think he also agrees. Good old Golden Shower here. He discusses how it was fun specifically because it was Vaultin and everybody loves Vaultin. Wonders if it was the other raids, how it would do, or if it would be more frustrating. It would just be more frustrating, I think. I think Vaultin works because Vaultin isn't super difficult, if that makes sense. Even Hell Vaultin isn't very, like, you know. And I mean, it's Hell Vaultin that you can still overgear. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I could be completely talking off my rocker. They talk about daily homework changes. They asked, basically, hey guys, is this shit working? And yes. Chaos Dungeon's about 20% faster. Guardian's about 46% faster. Again, this makes sense, and it's about what I'm seeing. Obviously, you save about half the time on Guardians because it takes one run as opposed to two. And 20% Chaos Dungeon clear seems about right. 74.1% more characters are doing Chaos Dungeons, and 91.8% more characters are doing Guardian raids compared to before. Very good numbers, so we like that. 69, again, nice. 0.6% are people, more people are entering Chaos Dungeons this week compared to before. 1% less people are entering Guardian raids compared to before. Last graph was regarding weekly cumulative play and each content. Very cool. Amount of gold that was being generated by homework increased from 2.8 to 8.8. Oof. Due to Fate Embers. That's crazy. They're okay with this. Since the change with this update, average players have generated 6% more gold compared to before. However, been consuming 8.8% on average via gold slings. Okay. So as long as it's going out of the game too, that's fine. Intent to focus on more quality of life features that make playing the game less tedious. Very good. Citing how useful, for example, Alt-Q menu is. Yes. Removal of weekly raid gates. So this is the big thing for me. And I think a lot of people. So the gates that are removed from normal hard are not going to be removed from hell mode. This is relevant for Belshazzar. But Vicus Gate 1 is getting removed. Triangle Gate 1 is removed. I think they should have removed Gate 2. Not because the boss is hard or anything, but because the boss is annoying as shit. Yes, the bird is annoying as shit as well, but the bird also doesn't really do anything. And I guess that's the argument for removing him, as opposed to the fucking sword man that teleports 500,000 times a second. I just don't find that fun, man. And I don't think very many people do. It's not a difficulty thing, it's just a fucking annoyance thing, man. Anyways, either way, Belshazzar, they removed Gate 2. Rip Prokol, of course. The big scary boss of Belshazzar is gone. And they also removed Gate 5. Honestly, if they nerf Gate 6 to not need to hold damage, that would be cool. If they don't, I don't know. I still think Gate 6 is going to be mega fucking annoying. Especially since I've been trying to pug it again on hard mode these last couple of weeks, trying to help my friend clear on their Aeromancer for the fucking horn things. People still don't quite understand how to survive in Gate 6. So, yep. Another thing, Gate 3, Star Mech will be nerfed. I don't think it needs to be nerfed, but okie dokie. It's not very difficult as it is. Gate 6 will follow what Theamine does and be cleared every other week. I mean, this is a nice change, but again, it doesn't solve the problem of Gate 6, which is the fact that it's just a poorly designed fight. Is what it is. Saint Note, try to keep in mind this is all the content that is old content for Korea now. These aren't content people really want to spend a lot of time on. Akan, Voldus, Theamine are. Chaos Gate secret maps, ghost ship, contemplating removal of secret maps. They're gonna combine them all, question mark. Ghost ship map and Chaos Gate. Be interesting. Interesting. Images of revamped Chaos Gate looks wicked. Not a lot of running through a maze. Very cool. The idea is make it walk into a big room, run it down through the mobs, and that's it, like a group chaos dungeon. That's cool. Alright. What else do we have here? Let's open this image in a new tab for us so we can actually read what the fuck is on the screen. Horizontal collectibles. Very cool. New player raid progression. Issue related to how new players have to learn so many different mechanics on the journey to catching up. Yes, it's very annoying. They're considering solo content, not turning endgame content into solo content, but filler to assist players struggling to study the raids and subsequently find learning parties. Considering making old raids that are far out of the endgame meta new player solo friendly, e.g. Vault and Vicus. What about supports? If they add this thing, they'll do something that helps out support players and also entropy. If you're alone, the boss would always be looking at you, wouldn't it? ... Gold River feels like this idea is essential for the long-term health of the game. I mean, and something needs to change. So yeah, something needs to change. Controversy still on the block. Positional playstyle. Supporter gearing not feeling like it changes anything. Endgame content rewards. Design of the entropy set is fundamentally wrong in Smilegate's eyes. Well, yes, and this is because people are finally talking about the main thing that I've been talking about in the game for a while is there's no aggro in this game. The boss just targets whoever the fuck they want. Yes, there are 2 classes that can taunt, but they can't taunt like in a traditional sense, right? And they also can't taunt like actual boss monsters, so yep. They're almost 100% confirmed to remove the entropy set. They're trying to figure out what the set will replace by for these players. Obviously, the replacement would have to be something that's unique to positional players. Otherwise, what would stop Hitmaster players from just using it? True. About support players feeling like their gearing process doesn't feel more rewarding. DPS players see damage numbers go up, but nothing visually changes from the POV of a support. True. It's difficult to solve this because the contribution of a support is so insanely high, yet they don't feel progressive feedback. Yup. Making a new support class will not solve the support shortage. Yes, because it's the same design of the support at the core. Making support stronger. Yeah, no, don't make the support stronger. I don't know what you can do, but something needs to happen. I don't think the solution is adding damage numbers to everything, but like maybe if you damage buff or like if you throw out a Serenade of Courage or a Blessed Aura, after that buff expires, maybe like one big number can pop up that shows like how much extra damage you contributed. I don't know, something like that would be cool. I've always said that. Since we don't have access to damage meters or anything. Well, legally. Battle items, this is a big one. They get their own inventory tab that's automatically organized and that's roster-wide, so battle items finally have a little roster tab spot. Very good. Ocean liners will be universally connected. Any port can go to any port. Theomine Legion Raid, name it Theomine's update on September 12th, is Eclipse update. Very cool. It will include Theomine Raid, Gear Transcendence, new way of getting stronger like elixirs, Vesicle Guardian Raid, Chaos Dungeon, Super Makoko Express, more music box stuff. Very cool. With special guests, the 3 bozos. Very cool. That's basically all I wanted to talk about as far as the summary of the stream goes. Now, as I promised, I will be doing the feedback survey myself. Let's skedaddle on through this. Yes, I'm playing Lost Ark. I play on West. Oops, I have to put in my country too, apparently. I am from the United States of America. Have I experienced any technical issues recently? I was desync a shitload a few days ago, so I'll say a mild impact. But I feel like the impact of bots in the game has changed over the last month. I'd say it's about the same, but it's a good level. How do I feel about my overall experience in Lost Ark? I like it. How do I feel like the rate of my progression? I've been satisfied up until this point, but I feel like after this point I'm going to be more neutral or dissatisfied because I'm not going to be able to spread as widely as I am without having to spend money, and I don't have the money to spend, but for now I'll stay satisfied. How does your rate of progression meet your expectations? I think it's fine. How do I feel about the following statements? I earn resources to upgrade my gear at a satisfying rate. I would say neutral. I upgrade my gear at a satisfying rate. I would say neutral. How would I rate the level of challenge in Lost Ark? I would say it's right. How does the level of challenge meet my expectations? Yeah, it meets expectations. How do I feel about each of the following aspects in the game? Group gameplay? I am satisfied. I like 4-man content. I don't like 8-man content. So I guess I'll say satisfied. Abyssal dungeons I hate. Solo gameplay is fine. Una's tasks are a waste of time. The chat system I'm neutral on. Chaos dungeons I like a lot. Guardian raids I like a lot. Life skills I like a lot. Engraving system and facet system. I have to go dissatisfied just because of ability stones, right? Tier system 1, 2, 3, and gear honing. I mean, that's like 2 separate questions, but I guess I'll go neutral. This month we released a lot of information about Lost Ark. We're curious, how aware were you of the following 2 videos we did? August roadmap. I have heard of it, but I did not watch it. And yes. How do I feel about the new content and changes released this month? A Con Legion raid. I would say I am neutral on a Con. I quite like Sonovel. Fucking love the Makoko Express. Love Fate Embers. Love One Guardian a day. Yeah, progression ease update. Love it. Aeromancer, I'm okay with it. Anything about how we communicate future patch notes, updates, and roadmaps that could be improved? This question is optional. I think talking about points like why and not just what you're doing would help. E.g., we are bringing out Aeromancer in August because of XYZ reason. Not just we are bringing out Aeromancer in August. Period. I think that's about all I got there. I think it's reasonable. Thank you for your feedback. How do I feel about the direction of Lost Ark over the last month? Getting much better. How do I feel about the direction of Lost Ark's economy over the last month? The same, if I'm being honest. How do I feel about the communication from the game team? How do I feel about the communication from the game team? Communication, but then it's asking me about the frequency of content, timeliness of content, completeness of content, and type of content. There is a disconnect here. I guess I will answer the questions that they're actually asking me. So the frequency of content, satisfied. Timeliness of content, yeah. Completeness of content, yeah. Type of content, yeah, I'm fine with that. Have I contacted customer support, Sussimer support? No, I have not. In the last 30 days, did I observe or experience toxicity? Yes, but I did not report it. Moderate negative impact is what I would say. What do I think is the single biggest thing that the Lost Ark team could address that would improve my experience within the game? The biggest thing that could possibly improve my experience going forward with Lost Ark is simply designing ways for newer players to not feel overwhelmed with millions of different mechanics and patterns and bosses and systems that they feel obligated to learn in order to even begin to progress into the quote-unquote end game. New players are vital to a game's long-term health, and while true it doesn't have an immediate improvement on my personal experience now, if there is no one left to play the game in 1 year, what is the point of making my personal better if the game is dead? Please help newer players, I am begging you. XOXO, Brother Chris out. Alright, thank you for your interest in Lost Ark, yeah. And that's the end of the video. Thank you guys so much. As always, subscribe, like the video, dislike, comment, all that good stuff. Thank you to my YouTube members, my tier 2s. Consider becoming a member. Blitzel Remix My Life. I am I'm Nufu, Erzeg, Peachy, Jacob. All my tier 1s, It's Biscuits, Inder, Diz, Clouded, Joxini. Peace.